Hey, sup guys, Poner here with another new battle. After about, 2 months? Anyways, let's crank the speed up a notch here. Alright, he leads off with a Haunter, I lead off with a B-Drill, and right away he gets off a Sub. And I haven't faced too many lead Haunters before, so I really didn't know what kind of game this thing was playing. So he goes for a knockoff, which is kind of redundant because I had a Focus Sash. And I go for the Pursuit and break his Sub. And now he's going to go for a Shadow Ball, which surprisingly doesn't take me out. I live on 53 HP and finish him off with a Pursuit. Okay, now he goes into his Nidoqueen to get rid of the Toxic Spikes, and I'm going to get my Endeavor on. Yep, this is a lead B-Drill with Toxic Spikes, Endeavor, U-Turn, and Pursuit. I haven't used it too much, so I really can't say how effective it is. Anyways, yeah, he gets up his rocks, and I go for the Spikester, because I was trying to scout out what kind of Nidoqueen this was, and I see the Ice Beam, and I know it's a special one. And for some reason I sent in Charizard. I could have sent in Mantine to finish the job. But, oh well. So he gets kind of raped by Stealth Rocks, and I go for the obvious Flamethrower. Really no point in predicting too early in the match. And does a lot of damage and gets a useless burn. So now he's going to pull Zatu out of there, go back in Nidoqueen to get rid of the Toxic Spikes again, while I go for an Air Slash and finish it off. Alright, now here's the bane of my very existence of this match. This Raichu. Okay, I see the Surf there. Didn't see any recoil damage, so I figured it's a Specs Raichu. So I go into my Specs Dragonair and go for a Draco Meteor as he sets up a Sub. So there's a big F up on my part. Alright, he's faster, so he's able to get off a Sub, while I go for another Draco Meteor, just to try to take out another Sub before I switch out, but it kinda missed. So I go into my Ditto here, and he goes for a Focus Blast, and misses. That's one miss. Alright, transform into his Raichu, goes for another Focus Blast, that's two misses. And now he's going to win the Speed Tie, get off a Surf, do a okay chunk, I do my own Surf, and take out his Sub. And before I see any comments saying, oh my god, he's got a Raichu with Surf, know that Surf and Raichus are legal. Alright, I win the Speed Tie, go for a Surf, and he goes for a Focus Blast and misses again. Then he goes for a Focus Blast next turn, actually hits this time, doesn't quite kill off Ditto, and I go for a Focus Blast of my own, and it misses. So that's 4 Focus Blast misses in one game. Kinda crazy. Then he finishes me off with a Thunderbolt. Alright, now I can send in Dragonair, and I'm not gonna fall for this again, so I'm gonna go right for the Flamethrower as he sets up a Sub. And now, after some leftovers, he's going to go for a Focus Blast, and I'm going to live that at 60 HP. And I'm going to finish out the Raichu with a Flamethrower. Alright, now he's going to send in Zatu, who is just going to die. Would have died regardless of if I had hit it or not. Anyways, now I'm going to speed this up 4 times because this is a pretty bad stall war. Anyways, sends in Torkoal, I send in my Mantine. He's obviously not going to stay in there, so I go for a Surf and do about a quarter of that Dusclops, and now I'm going to protect just to scout out what he does. He goes for a Will-O-Wisp, so I figure he really can't do anything to this Mantine, so I'm going to set up a Toxic on it, as he goes for Seismic Toss, does 100 damage, obviously. And now I'm just going to proceed to protecting and surf, and protect and surf, protect to surf. And even though it's at 4 times speed, it really is still going quite slow. Come on. Alright, now he's gonna switch off on my protect. That's a good play on his part, but kinda redundant. Because he's just gonna switch right back into Dusclops. I'm gonna hit with a surf. Do another quarter or fifth, whatever. And then I'm gonna finish out the Dusclops. So now all that's left is this Torkoal. I'm gonna go for a surf. It's actually not gonna kill it. And he's just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna lose. Might as well go out with a bang. See what I did there? Anyways, that was a great game, krypton998. And honestly, the only reason I won is because the hack gods were for once in my favor. So that about wraps up this little match. I will see you guys again next time.